Ladies and gentlemen,
Do I hold it like this? All right. So today, pretty eventful day. I got around to swimming successfully for the first time, which was really cool. I mean, I was a little bit nervous heading into it, just because I never really swam all that well before, and I mean, I just kind of found this inner confidence as I made my way out into the sea, and I got a little nervous. I mean, I swam pretty far, not too far for anybody that's like really great, but I felt, I mean, it was a personal best for me. And then I got a little nervous because I thought I might, like, drown. Because I got really tired, like, halfway through when I realized I had to head out back. And, I found a way to get through it, but it was pretty nerve-wracking. And then when I talked to my husband, he wasn't all that supportive.
Most people can swim.
Like, I was expecting a little bit more, and then it was kind of like just, oh, yeah, I watch you do it.
Most people swim since they're 5.
And I was kind of, I was just, like, low-key.
Bleep.
And then, it was a fun day overall. I hung out with Robert a little bit more. I met this Mademoiselle Rice, who was really cool, and I got really moved by her piano playing. It was just like, it was a really great day. Not much else to say, really.
Hiya. So, you said you wanted me to talk about what happened at the beach, is that right? Alright. Well, you see, I was down at the beach. We were having a good day. Edna. It was in the water, which I didn't really think much about it. Most people can swim. Most people swim since they're 5. Apparently that was Edna. The first time going out into the ocean and the waves. So after I kind of said it wasn't a big deal, she stormed off. And then later that night, I saw her in the hammock fine. And I went up to talk to her and be like, hey, it's getting pretty late, it's getting cold, you should probably come back inside and warm up, get ready for bed, get ready for tomorrow. And she was just being pretty defiant. So I said, you know what, I had enough about this. I went inside myself. I thought about it for a bit, and I didn't really want to be separated from my wife because it's kind of the first big fight we've had. So I'm back out there with some cigars and some wine. We kind of just spent the rest of the night hanging out and until it was bedtime, and we kind of just went back. And so yeah, it was a pretty crazy day overall. First major fight.
So, I think Edna has actually gotten into some fights lately with Leonce.
First major fight.
Because when she came back with me to the island, she refused to go back to her home. She stayed with me the whole day. And she's been acting quite close to me. Another interesting thing is that when we went to church and for a daily sermon, because it was Sunday, and she started acting rather nauseous. She was getting beads of sweat on her forehead, and she was kind of lolling her head around. And so we sent her to a good friend of mine. To sleep for a while, and she slept for hours. And I was there for the whole time. So I'm thinking she's actually starting to develop some feelings for me, and I think I'm developing some feelings for her. So I think it's best for both of us if I head off somewhere to like Mexico. So I decided I'm going to Mexico, or Mexico as they call over there. I've adequately defended myself for the places there. There's lots of crime over there, so I had to be careful. So I'm going to Mexico. I'm going to tell her soon, and I don't know how well she'll take it, but I do not know if I'll ever be back. That is my log.
Robert left recently. I was super depressed about that, and I don't know, I got out of it, and I was visiting this Mademoiselle Rice, the piano player I mentioned earlier, and I don't know, I was just way out of it. And then I don't know, I kind of just got disconnected from Leonce, with Robert leaving and me being depressed. Of course, it's typical for him to move up to New York City to be focused on making money and just buying random stuff. Look at the most recent thing he bought. This is ridiculous. Do you see this right here? He claims that it's some special collectible BS, and I'm stuck on, like, I'm creating art right now. I've been focusing on my painting, and like this is what we should be putting up around the house, like family things, merely my things, and my paintings and what I've been doing, and he doesn't really care about it at all.
How can you not love this? I mean,
And then, with him gone, and with Robert, gone, I've been talking to this young man named Alcé Arobin. He's kind of subbed in, as the man of my life, even though I don't need a man. I've just been talking to him recently. I bought a house as well. It's a really cool, new thing I did with the winnings I got from gambling at the racetrack. And I don't know, like, it's just like that's kind of my, like, the most recent things, I guess. And also, I plan on having a really cool party. Not too big of a party. It's gonna be a pretty small party, but it should be some friends of mine. It's like this little pigeon house right around the corner. Just because I'm moving away from Leonce, seeing as he's still up in New York City, and I just kind of find myself getting further and further away from him. And Robert still isn't back, so all right, checking out.
hey guys, another report in. So on the home front, things have been a bit odd. Edna's father came by, which is pretty cool. I haven't seen him in a little bit, so he came on by. But he did something a bit different, and Edna joined in on him. It was a bit of an odd scenario. They usually don't gamble, but this time they were going to the horse race track, and they just started gambling, and I was really confused. I mean, even though Edna ended up with net earnings, I was still just a bit shocked that she would do that in the first place. I tried getting them under control because that's a really bad habit that can turn even worse. So I tried fixing that early. Didn't work. At the end of it, father-in-law came by, and he started talking about how I needed to get my wife under control, Edna. And I was just a bit shocked because I've been trying the entire time to make sure that they don't gamble and they don't get these bad habits. But they ended up getting them anyway. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to take a trip to New York. Now, let me tell you, this trip to New York, it was dandy, okay? Look at what I got. Just look at this. Look at this. How can you not love this? I mean, look at this guy. First edition, might I add. This is what New York can offer, okay? I love New York. New York's great. And I've just been putting stuff like this all around the house. It's been a great time. The house is looking fantastic. But I did get a notification a couple days ago that Edna bought a house with my money. It's a bit odd. She hasn't really told me about it. We haven't really talked about it. Our house is pretty big. I don't know why we really need a second one, but anyway, I sent her a list of renovations on the main house, I guess. So hopefully those get done before I get back. So, yeah, this is me signing out from New York. See you soon.
Hello, it's me. As you can tell, I'm pretty pregnant, pretty preggo. Kind of updates in like life in New Orleans. So there was a party at Edna's house. My husband was there, but then he came home just because like he wanted to support me and stuff. Like, our life is so amazing. We have such a great relationship. And then I heard the party like went kind of well until Victor. I think it was Victor. I mean, this is all pretty much rumors, and I wasn't there. Pregnant and all. And I heard that Victor started singing like Robert's song, and then Edna got like all like triggered because Robert's gone to Mexico and he still hasn't returned, and she's not getting any letters. And I mean, I don't know. Like, I just don't know how it's gonna turn out. I don't think that buying the house was the right idea, just because, like, I don't know, women don't really buy houses. We kind of just work for our husband and our children, so I don't think it's going to turn out well, but I heard the party was pretty much a success until Victor started singing, I think. All right.
I'm back from Mexico, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between. It was alright. I had to use this a few times. So, and the women were of average appearance. Anyway, that being said, I decided to return back for Edna. I saw her. I had to do a few things beforehand, and she was mildly upset about that, but I saw her when she was playing at piano at Madame Riez's. I believe that's how you pronounce it, but that's not important. Anyhow, I left her after a little while, thought about it, and decided that I was going to marry her. You see, I loved her, but I was her side piece, while Leonce was her main piece. However, now that Leonce is her main side piece, that's the one, I can now be her main piece. Careful, I'm going to make sure I don't stab myself when I do this.
Ow.
Being gangster is very difficult. Anyhow, so I met her in a garden by sheer circumstance, and I brought up the topic of marriage to her. And she laughed in my ugly face. She called me stupid. She called me foolish. And then she said she loved me. It was a roller coaster of emotion I was going through. I have no idea how to interpret it, so I think that I was going to leave her alone from here on out and hope that she understands and takes it well. Robert out.
So, update on myself. No longer pregnant, as you can see.
Beautiful child, by the way.
Thank you. Me and my husband just make beautiful children. It's really just an amazing thing. Pretty round and voluptuous, kind of like myself. Gets it from my side of the family, and I don't know. That's kind of like just our thing. What's going on in our little corner of the world. Except for Edna. Edna's been still a little bit cray-cray. After the party and all that shenanigans, I heard about the whole Robert situation. So, Robert came back, and she, I don't know, she didn't, straight up decline him, but, she was just no. And, yeah, I just don't know, what's going on in that whole, what her deal is. I mean, when I was leaving my children, we were, chatting and stuff, just a little chit-chat, like besties do. And then I was she'd go leave for whatever reason, and I was you got to take care of your children, girlfriend, and I don't know, I find myself totally centered on my family, and just making sure that they're all okay. I just don't understand what her deal is or why she feels the need to be so different. Just take care of your children, take care of your man. So yeah, no one's really seen her since. She kind of just went back off to Grand Isle, and I don't know, none of us really know what's going on with her. I just hope she gets right in the head. Yeah.
Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows, only time. And who can say if your love grows as your heart shows, only time. We gotta who can say